think that it could work that way if one had commissioners who were very knowledgeable and sort of had broad-ranging and deep content knowledge across all of the different areas, and who, in addition to having that kind of background and skill set and know-how, were also willing to spend a huge amount of time in their volunteer role. I think, given that I think those are the two kinds of prerequisites that are necessary for that kind of structure to function, I'm not sure that it's terribly realistic to expect that we're going to not find 9 people who meet that criteria, much less be able to add a new person to that rank each and every year. And so given all of that, I have reluctantly come to the conclusion that I think that the oversight structure that we have is simply not a good one. And I think it is telling that we're the only state in the country that has anything like this. If it were some great model, you would expect that there would be other states that would have followed our lead. So I think when you're sitting out there with a model that nobody else is doing, you kind of got to scratch your head and say, well, maybe we don't have it exactly right, particularly given the fact that our outcomes, and I'll just sort of prioritize in terms of saying our child welfare outcomes, are clearly not acceptable and not good. So I wasn't ultimately sure when the journey began about thinking about what the issues were and the deficiencies of the current model. I was not sure where it would ultimately go in terms of a reform proposal. I was sure that I would agree and support the concept that the existing structure isn't a good one to carry us forward into the future. With respect to the particulars of what Jason Nelson's working group came up with and what is now in the proposal, I would say that I think it is very solid. It's based on what happens in other states, and it really moves the accountability directly to the governor's office. And I think that's rightfully where it should be.